Shadows of the now, what I behold isn't as it truly stands in this moment. This notion flows naturally from the last pair we've explored. You might nod at it with your head, but it probably hasn't yet settled into your bones. That's fine grasp. Isn't the goal here? In fact, admitting you're still in the fog is the first step to sweeping away the clutter of old assumptions. These drills are about doing, not decoding. You don't rehearse what's already clear. Chasing clarity while pretending you've got it would just spin you in circles. For a mind yet to stretch its wings, it's tough to trust that the scenes it paints aren't real. This can rattle you, stirring up pushback in all sorts of shapes, stubborn doubts or fleeting fears. Don't let that stop you from leaning into it. That's all these exercises ask. Each quiet effort chips away at the haze, and eventually a soft glow will seep in, brightening every nook where tangled weeds once cast their shade. For these rounds, 3 or 4 should do cast your gaze around and let this thought settle on whatever catches your eye. Apply it freely, leaving nothing out, like a river touching every shore. Try this. I don't see this lamp as it truly is now. I don't see this book as it truly is now. I don't see this hand as it truly is now. Start close with what's within. Reach, then let your sight stretch further. I don't see that shelf as it truly is now. I don't see that window as it truly is now. I don't see that figure as it truly is now. The point here is to sweep wide without picking favorites. Don't skip over anything deliberately. You might feel a tug to blur the lines between what to include or ignore. Be straight with yourself about that pull. It's easy to dodge. Whispers. Without roots, this thought stretches over every murmur drifting through your mind, whether you catch them now or later in these moments of pause. They're not your deep. Current's none of them. We've circled this before and we'll do it again. You've got no yardstick yet to measure them against. When you do, you'll see plain as day that what you once took for your own voice was just wind passing through. This is our second dance with a thought like this. Though it's dressed a bit differently now, we're starting with my whispers instead of these whispers, and we're not tying them straight to the world around you. The spotlights on how flimsy they really are, these things you think you're thinking. We kicked off this shift by noting that the murmurs you hear are hollow, floating out there beyond you, not rooted inside. Then we nudged you to see them as echoes of what's past, not what's here. Now we're saying their very presence shows your mind's not fully awake. It's another way of singing the same tune. Your head's a quiet canvas, not a busy stage. Spotting this is spotting emptiness where you thought something stood. That's the gate to true sight. Shut your eyes for these. Easing into it by whispering today's thought to yourself, slow and steady. Then add, this will untie me from the knots I've tied myself in. Like before, let your mind wander through. Its own clutter, no sifting, no weighing. Dodge any urge to sort or label. Picture, if it helps, a parade of stray shadows flitting by odd, unconnected, barely brushing your story. As each one drifts into view, say, my whisper about underscore holds no roots. My whisper about underscore holds no roots. This thought's a lifeline for any murmur that drags you down. Whenever it sneaks in, aim for 5 pauses today, each a brief dip about a minute of letting your mind roam. Don't stretch it longer. If it starts to pinch, trim it to half a minute. Before you dive in, linger on the thought and always tack on. This will untie me from the knots I've tied myself in. A world woven by whispers here. As our first thread tied to a bigger unraveling, the flipping of the world's old weave. It feels like the outside spins what you see. But this thought plants a seed. Your inner murmurs stitch the tapestry you walk through. Revel in testing it raw like this, your freedom's tucked inside. It's the spark that lights forgiveness. These rounds shake up the rhythm a bit. Start with eyes closed, breathing the thought to yourself, unhurried. Open them, then let your gaze roam, near to far, high to low, anywhere it lands. For that minute or so, just roll the thought over in your mind, easy and loose, no rush or strain to get the most from this. Flick your eyes from one spot to the next, quick but not frantic. Don't let them settle too long. The words, though, should spill out slow, like honey dripping from a spoon. Especially at the start, keep it light, almost playful. This is the bedrock for the calm, the ease, the weightless breath we're reaching for. When you're done, close your eyes again and let the thought echo once more, soft and deliberate. 3 dips today should feel right. If they slide by smooth, and you're drawn to linger, stretch to 5. Beyond that, hold off will build from here,